There we go, and you can actually hear it pop. So you just want to stick your spoon in there, just the end of the spoon. If it's thin enough, you can stick it in there and bend it down to pop that bit out. Don't hurt yourself, please. No, I'm okay. We're okay. I mean, that might be a trick that everybody knows, and I've been a bit, I'm a bit behind times on it. But I found that out recently, and I thought that's amazing. That's such a good trick. So, and it works. I think there's only been one thing that it's not worked on, so it works on most things. You just need to make sure that the end of your spoon's quite thin, and don't use like a knife or anything, because that's when you could hurt yourself. Right, I wonder if I could put you over here so you can watch the pan. No, that's not gonna work. I'll figure that out for the next time. Right, so I'm just gonna start popping these into the pan with the butter, and just watch that I don't kind of break them up. They are quite gooey. They are definitely quite gooey. Just spread the butter around a wee bit. Yeah, I think that's a better temperature now. Oh, see that? Right, that's the problem. If I put my spoon in, it starts breaking them up again. So I need to be really careful, because I want the wee worms to stay intact. And I think I'll maybe put in half of this mix. So I don't want to crowd the pan, because you want to make sure that the little dumplings have got enough space that they can properly go brown on all the sides, that you've got a bit of space to kind of turn them all around. I think that looks maybe like a portion. Maybe put a couple more in. Oh no, they're sticking. Right, hang on. Hang on. I need one of these, I think. There we go. Right, so I'm just going to do one portion to begin with, and then I can fry up the rest later on. So we've got, can you see them? And you can see some of them are starting to go nice and brown already. I mean, look how good they look. How good do they look? Come on, chat, a wee bit of encouragement. How good do they look? And then you just want to kind of keep turning them around until as much of them are as brown and as crispy as possible. You can actually see how much crispier they've gone. But again, you want to be fairly careful and try not break them up. So I'm going to pop you back over here for a wee second until I get these all done. And just make sure they don't all stick to the bottom of the pan. And then once they've got a bit more colour, well done, thank you very much. It's only taken me 2 hours, but we're nearly there. Oh, yummy. I hope so. I mean, it smells really good, and to be honest, as soon as you kind of fry stuff in butter, it always kind of tastes nice. There's just something about frying stuff in butter that makes stuff taste good. We're getting some nice colour on that now. We are indeed right. I think we're not too far away. You want to make sure you get as much colour in them as possible before we add our sauerkraut, because there'll be a bit of kind of, not water, but a bit of liquid from the sauerkraut. So if these aren't quite brown enough, the liquid will stop them from getting too much more brown. So you want to make sure that they're pretty much done before we add anything else. Some amount of steam coming off this, but I'm not quite sure why. So it's not. We'll try it at that and just see how we go. Yeah, and as I said, if you make these in advance and then you pop them in the fridge, say overnight, and you want them for lunch the next day, I would just almost kind of refry them, but just very quickly. So just pop them in a hot pan with a little bit of butter again, just for maybe 2 or 3 minutes, just until they heat up again and kind of crisp up again, because that's all you're really looking for. Right, I think we're just about there with the crispiness of them now, especially since the middle of the pan seems to be so hot. Move them round a bit so they all get a fair shot at the middle. Thank you very much for the follow, Dinah. Nice to have you here. We're nearly there. We've been here for just over 2 hours, but I've nearly got something for my lunch, so quite happy. Right, I think that's, I mean, obviously if you like these really crispy, you could just keep going and be really particular about it and make sure you get brown on all of the sides. So that's what we're looking at the moment, and I would say that's quite good. I mean, they are nice and firm and crispy, but you've still got that kind of the soft fluffy inside. And give them a quick shuffle. Yeah, that looks good. Right, so I'm going to add some of my sauerkraut to this now and move a few bits out of the road so that when I plate it you can actually see and I'm not just in a mess here. Hi Dinah Dot, I was going to say good morning, but it's not morning anymore. Good afternoon. Right, what do I want to spoon? So if you've just joined us and you've not seen the start of it, I am making gluten-free and vegetarian German potato dumplings. So they're a bit like, they're probably most like gnocchi, where you boil them up. So they're made with like mashed potato, a little bit of flour, some seasoning, and then you want to roll them out into the little shapes, boil them until they rise to the top, and then fry them like we've done just now. And with this one I'm going to add the sauerkraut, and we made some fake bacon earlier which turned out really well. So I'm just going to add, I would say per portion, maybe about 3 tablespoons of the sauerkraut. Obviously it depends how much you like sauerkraut. If you're a big fan, add more. If you're not a big fan, maybe do the sage butter or do something else with it. But I quite like sauerkraut, so I'm going to do, I think, 3 tablespoons. And I should have a spoon somewhere. I've used all my spoons. And then you just want to kind of mix this through. So basically now all we're doing is just heating the sauerkraut through, mixing it together with your little dumplings. I'll show you this on the bigger camera. So So you can see that's what it looks like. So, and it smells amazing. See the smell of sauerkraut? There's just something really comforting about sauerkraut.